Hi, I'm Tia, and I'm a junior, and I joined peer support because I'm interested in psychology and helping others. I myself have been dealing with my own set of emotions and dealing with anxiety, but through this program, I've been able to understand myself better, and it's provided me with resources that help me. But I'm here to help you and be supportive and help you understand what you value and more about yourself, and with understanding your values, figure out what's best and aligns with your values. And I will also provide resources and strategies to help you and figure out what's best for you. But unfortunately, we do have to maintain a peer-to-peer relationship, and we can't go beyond this. So between the conversations that we have in here, we can't continue what we discuss. But you are more than willing to and more than welcome to say hi to me in the halls, but I want to respect your confidentiality and privacy, so I won't initiate that conversation. In terms of confidentiality, what we discuss in here will be between me, you, and Mrs. Zoe, the Peer Support 2 instructor. So this confidentiality will be broken if it involves harming yourself, you're harm to others, or you are being harmed. We will be discussing or having conversations for about 20 minutes every other week. But if you are in a crisis or you really feel the need to talk, I can assure you that I'll be there with immediate help. But you can go to the Wellness Center or talk to your counselor, Mrs. Zoe, to make arrangements, or for immediate assistance, just go to them. There they'll be able to schedule something that works best for you and me, and that'll align best with our schedules, so that way we can have more discussions or just continue our conversations if you'd like. But if you at any point you ever feel uncomfortable, or you feel that you want someone else to talk to, or that this program isn't for you, you can talk to Mrs. Zoe, and we can make arrangements, and she'll be able to fix something that will work for you. But I do understand that you referred yourself, so what would you like to talk about?
Well, I'm just really upset because me and my best friend, who I've been friends with for since I was 7, she all of a sudden stopped really talking to me a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know what I did wrong, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like that you are kind of confused, and that you don't really know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. I thought about maybe texting her or asking what's up, but I don't want to seem needy, you know? And it's just I don't know, I just see her leaving me on red when I send streaks, and normally she always texts me back and asks to hang out, and she's with all these other friends and everything like that, and I'm just home alone waiting for her to reply, but she never does. It's just very confusing.
Yeah, it seems like you do value your friendship, but at this point you're kind of you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, she seems to be very okay. Normally when she's upset she does stuff like this. It's actually kind of a pattern, I've realized. She's just been very kind of distant and never really telling me why she's been distant with me. And she's kind of, I don't know, she kind of gets happy almost whenever she sees me upset, which I'm very confused about. I don't know, maybe she's just, I don't know, it's just, but I care about her so much. I want to be her friend still. It's just, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I can tell that you do really care about this friendship, and that you do want to do something in order to kind of help and get things back to the way that they were.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know how to do that, you know? So
have you talked to her, or what are things that you have done or have been effective in the past?
Well, normally after I hang out with other people, she comes calling back and texting me again. So that might work, but it just seems whenever it's most convenient for her, she always hangs around me and texts me.
Yeah, so it seems like you might be feeling a little taken advantage of. So knowing this, are there any other things that besides that have worked for you, or when she'll listen to you?
Well, normally when we're having a friendship, she used to be really interested whenever I talked to her, and she used to always like care about what I had to say and carried on the conversation. But lately it seems like she's only talking about herself, and she only like wants to tell me things when it's like she has news for me and doesn't really listen when I have news for her.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. It's just hasn't been. It's like, but like she was so sweet. Like she was so sweet. Like she was so nice to me and like cared about me and everything. So maybe things will change, but like lately it hasn't been like that.
Well, what would you like to happen?
Well, I just want to maybe have like a better friendship with her, but I feel like she doesn't really want the same for me.
Okay.
I'm getting that sense.
So, what are ways that you think you can help yourself and help the situation?
Well, I talked to my parents about it, and they kind of noticed her being distant, and they kind of have noticed in the past her kind of not treating me right, very poorly actually. So I think what's best for me might be to end the friendship with her, because she is treating me pretty badly. But I don't really want to do that.
Okay. So do you think that there are any other options for you?
I feel like I could stay friends with her and have her treat me like this continuously. I could stay friends with her and confront her about the situation. Although I already did that before and nothing really changed. So I don't know if anything would change again. Or I could cut her off and not have to deal with how she's acting and treating me right now. So, yeah.
So what do you think would be the most effective?
I feel like the most easiest would probably be to cut her off.
Okay. What makes you feel this way?
Well, it's just like, since she was my best friend and I do really care about her, she like her presence means a lot to me. But since I'm not getting the same feelings reciprocated back to me, it's kind of like one-sided. And I'm actually realizing this a lot more now that I'm talking about it out loud.
Okay.
It's like she doesn't really even like text me back when we are talking. She never really, I can tell she doesn't really listen to me. It's just like I kind of feel very used.
So I can tell that you value respect and that you want that same mutual relationship between you two.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I just want someone who's actually going to like respect me and care about me and actually want to spend time with me. And I don't really seem like I'm getting that from her.
Okay. So out of the three options, remaining friends with her, and you know, continuing this relationship, or you can remain friends with her and just discuss and talk with her, but as you've seen in the past, like that didn't really work out. And the last option was you can stop talking to her. Which option do you think would be the best?
To cut her off and not talk to her.
So with that, do you want to kind of lay out what are the positives and the kind of the cons of the situation?
Yeah, I feel like, okay, the cons would be I would lose one of my best friends. She knows me really well, and like we had a lot of good memories together. I feel like the pros would be it could give me like more time to like find someone who actually does care about me. I could find like a new best friend who I could have new memories with, and also I won't have to have like the burden of, you know, like worrying about like if I'm doing anything wrong or like having to constantly like check my phone to see if she's texting me. It's just a very unhealthy relationship the more I'm talking about it. Yeah.
So do you think that the pros kind of outweigh the cons? Okay, so in that sense, how do you think you would go about this approach?
Well, since she kind of dodges my phones, like my texts and my calls, I feel like I should probably talk to her in person.
Okay.
I know that she has soccer practice tomorrow at like 4, so maybe I could go to that and like we could talk after or something.
Okay.
And I could probably say something like, listen, like I don't know if you've been busy or something, but I've realized that throughout our friendship you've kind of been more and more distant from me and not really caring or valuing how I feel throughout this whole time. And that I feel kind of used in this friendship, and that I don't know if I want to continue being your friend.
Okay. So, around tomorrow 4 o'clock, you're going to tell her how you feel. How do you think she will react with this?
Well, honestly, I don't really know because it seems like she doesn't even care about me that much. So it's just, I just want to tell her and I want to like get it off my chest and I just want to be done with it.
Okay.
You know, like I just want to be done with all of that drama. You know, like it's just manifesting in my mind like over and over and over again. I can't like really deal with it anymore. You know?
Yeah. So it does seem like that you are kind of fed up with the situation.
Yeah, for sure.
That you definitely just want to kind of have it done with.
Yeah.
So if she reacts like she wants to continue this friendship, how do you think you'll react?
Well, I feel like it would just be a manipulation approach, and also like I don't want to be with someone who doesn't understand in the first place that that's not how you treat a friend.
Okay.
And maybe sometime in the future we could be friends again, but for right now I just think I need a clear mind and like not be with someone who would treat me like that.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you think, what would be the worst situation? What would be the worst situation? What would be the worst possible outcome?
I feel like if she gets mad at me or tries to blame me, because she tends to do that too, where she will try to spin the conversation or like whatever I'm talking to her about to make it seem like she's the victim and I'm like the person.
I'm so sorry.
What?
No, I just think about my sister. I'm so sorry.
We can probably cut that part
Okay.
out. Yeah, we'll cut it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I need to check what time. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's only been 12 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
2
fix
more
it.
minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll 2 minutes. Or like when she's the victim. Okay, well, we'll reset.
Okay, so I'll start from the what do you think is the worst, not the word, okay. What do you think would be the worst thing to what would be the worst way for her to respond?
I feel like since she has a tendency to do whenever I try to talk to her about anything pretty serious, she has a tendency to spin the situation to make her the victim and put the blame on me. And then I tend to feel really bad about myself and really horrible, and then I end up apologizing to her.
Okay.
So I feel like that would be the worst scenario because then I'd be sucked in again. But since I'm aware of that, I feel like I could maybe dodge that bullet.
So if that does happen, how do you expect yourself, or how do you think it'd be most effective for you to respond?
I'd probably just say, I'm sorry if you actually feel like that. I'm sorry if I did hurt you in any way. But for right now, I really think that ending our friendship is for the better. And that I'll just be like, I wish you the best of luck, I guess, with anything that you're doing. But like, I'm still gonna like probably check in with you and see how you're doing from time to time. But as for a friendship and you being my best friend, I'm not gonna be there.
It sounds like you're really set on this plan. Do you feel confident in what you're going to say and how she's hopefully going to react?
Yeah, I definitely feel confident because, I realized I know what I wanted in like this whole time. I just needed someone to talk to about it. Yeah.
So tomorrow, around after her soccer practice, around like 4 o'clock, you're going to approach her and tell her how you feel, and if she reacts in a way where it makes you feel like it's your fault, then you're just going to, stay strong to how you feel and let her know and end your friendship. Yeah. Okay. Well, update me, and if you would like to, during the next session, we can continue this conversation, and if you would like to continue that conversation, we can go ahead and talk about it more, but for now, thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Okay.